they've been called America's Rolling Stones. They've been giving great rock as well as great hair for many, many years now. What can I say? They're rock and roll personified. Aerosmith, welcome to the beat.
Thank you.
It was a very good introduction, that wasn't it? I was a bit worried about that.
I was inspired. I don't know if I believe it, but
Gets better. Well, anyway, 1993. You know, 50 million albums worldwide later. You're still going strong. I mean, what do you sort of like put that magic down to? I mean, what's Aerosmith got that a lot of other bands haven't? Should we start with you, Tom?
Well, yeah, right in the middle of the whole thing, we broke up for 3 years. So we were able to make the comparison between this and that, you know, and just knowing what the alternative is, we decided to keep going.
It's all about that same buzz as when you'd walk by a place like this and you'd see a marquee and you'd think what it would be like to have your name on it. It's all about that same thing, that same buzz and that same rush, that want to play and get up there on stage and, you know, turn everybody on to what you've been doing yourself.
Because some of you've got kids now and teenagers as well. I mean, you know, what do you say to them about, you know, what you sort of like went through? I mean, they've obviously, you know, I mean, they can read about it, just open a magazine or whatever. What sort of like advice do you give to them?
We tell them what we can about what might happen if you do. But as you know, with everybody, you tell them don't do something and they will. I mean, they told Columbus that the world was flat, and so he just got in a boat and took off. I mean, it's one of those things oppositional that everybody will do. What you try to tell people is if they get too far, that there's a way back. See, for you, you may be able to do it and stop. I couldn't stop. I could never get enough or do enough. And that was the difference. So we decided to put it back into the music. Never get enough, never do enough. So I'll have enough for the next album, maybe.
the audiences seem to be enjoying rock and roll the way they usually do. And there seems to be more cities to go to.
Yeah, we're doing,
you know,
where are we
like
going to that
Budapest.
sector? Budapest and
The
a
sector.
whole bunch of, really.
I mean,
New
have you...
places, I mean, we've never played. That's a big rush, you know. We went to Australia last time, and to boldly go where...
No band has gone
Not
before.
this one, anyway.
Or at least where we haven't gone, yeah.
I mean, have you noticed, you know, many changes as far as the audience is concerned? I mean, does it amaze you that kind of like, you know, younger kids are kind of getting into it all the time?
No, I've only done 3 gigs over here, so we're waiting to see, you know, how it goes. You know, we'll be able to answer that better when we come back on the show at the end of the tour. And, but, you know, like we're feeling it out. You know, it's been 3 years since we've been over here, it's almost 4 years, so we'll see how it goes.
I mean, you know, you've got a world tour ahead of you. I don't know if they've told you, but I mean, it's something ridiculous, like 18 months.
Not that. I don't believe it.
But it's true. It's true. I'm sorry to break the
Wasn't in
news,
my
but someone said,
itinerary.
Gary, if you could slip it in there, just right in there, you know, we'd appreciate it. I mean, how do you keep going? You know, 2 hours on stage, you know, what's that, 18 months? Something like 250 gigs.
If you walked up on stage and the whole front row was the girls going like this, wouldn't you keep going too? They don't even care who's out there. You just want to play them. You know, that's what it's all about. When you start writing an album like this one, we came up with a song called Fever, and it was just so gnarly and sawtooth and hairy that we thought, this is the kind of songs we want to play live on stage. So we kind of wrote accordingly, because that's what it's about, you know, writing the songs and playing them.